Because ultimately, thrifting is a numbers game. You pull through enough junk, you're gonna find a gem. Hey sugar, welcome or welcome back to my closet. I'm Ro the Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves and a little bit of everything in between. Today, I want to take you shopping with me, but not just regular shopping. I want to take you thrifting. It's that time of year where we're going to be spending money on other people, getting gifts for those we love. We still like to indulge for ourselves a little bit. So to make sure that we can do that and do it smart, I always like to do a little bit of light thrifting. I don't necessarily like to thrift to gift give unless it's something that I know somebody really wants, but when I want to look to save a little bit more money, I like to thrift. Now, I don't just go to places like Goodwill or Salvation Army. I go to flea markets, resale boutiques, consignment stores, a lot of different places to get the items that I'm looking for. And in this video, I am going to show you how to thrift like your life depended on it. After you watch this video, you are going to be able to go out there and get the very best of the very best when it comes to resale, consignment, or thrifted items. Tip number one, know your fabrics. It is so overwhelming to go thrifting or to go to the flea market or to go to any kind of store where there's a whole lot of everything in one space and you're just supposed to go through it all and figure it out. That makes me want to turn around and walk out. And so one of the easiest ways to eliminate a lot of the stuff that's just going to be junk that you don't want or don't need is to know your fabrics. You got to know the difference between a polyester satin or a silk satin. They're going to feel different. They may look the same, but once you feel them, you're going to know exactly what the difference is and which is going to be better quality. Of course, it's going to be the silk satin, it's going to be softer, or knowing the difference between a wool and a wool substitute like acrylic. Acrylic is a substitute that's used for wool a lot, and so you might see something that looks like a wool sweater or a wool jacket, but it's not, it's acrylic, and it may not be as good a quality and it may not last as long. So knowing the difference between your fabrics is going to be huge when it comes to thrifting or secondhand shopping. And that's just the basic difference between something that's high quality and something that's not, something that's really well made. And high quality and designer are mutually exclusive. You can have something that is not a designer brand, but that is really well made and made from good fabric that is just as good, if not better, than something that's got a designer label slapped on it. So a couple of decades ago, I was an assistant to a brand rep for 3 different beachwear lifestyle clothing brands. And I learned a ton during my time doing that. One of the first lessons that I learned from my rep was you got to know the hand on the garment. Feel the hand on it, and then you'll be able to tell if it's good quality or not. And I looked at her and I was like, okay, yeah, feel the hand. Feel the hand.
I'm just gonna break the wrist and walk away. Break the wrist, walk away.
Jeez. What the hell do you mean? And while outwardly I was telling her, I get it, yeah, that's awesome, I'm gonna feel the hand, my face must have been going, feel the hand. So she sat me down and explained to me what feeling the hand on a garment means. It's literally just feeling the article of clothing. So you take something and assess what it feels like against your skin. So if you touch something, is it rough? Is it stiff? Is it soft? Is it drapey? Is it silky? What does it feel like? Because what it feels like against your hand is what it's going to feel like against the rest of your body. If something feels cheap or itchy or rough against your hand, it's going to feel that same way against your body. That's not something that you want to wear. That's not something that's going to be a good long-term investment. Don't do it. So essentially, just the sensation that the fabric gives you on your hand is exactly what it's going to feel like on your body. And a lot of times, those higher quality fabrics, wool, your silk, your cashmere, really good high quality cotton, those things are going to have an incredible hand when you feel them. And a fun way to get to learn about these different fabrics is to go into a department store, get a personal shopper, and tell them, I'm looking for wool sweaters, silk scarves, cotton tops, or polyester slacks, whatever it is, go and try them on. Have that personal shopper pull a bunch of different items for you. Tell them that you're looking to maybe upgrade your wardrobe or change some things. You may not be ready to buy yet, but you are ready to shop and see what you like, and you want to put together a list of those things. Try them on. Feel them, know what they look like, not just by your hands, but on your body, how they look, how certain fabrics drape or fall on your frame, all of those things. And that is going to be the easiest way for you to go into a thrift store, a consignment store, or a flea market, go straight to the racks that you want to, and to be able to eliminate so much of the noise that's on those racks, because you're going to know just by touching something, this isn't something that I even want to take my time to look at. It does not feel good quality. So number 1, know your fabrics. Tip number 2, know the designers that you love. And notice I didn't say get to know your luxury brand. I said get to know the designers that you love. When you know your designers really well, you can look at something and go, oh, that's a Valentino. I love that. I'm gonna go gravitate straight to that and know that that's something that I want. So let me give you a for instance. I like Veronica Beard. I have a few Veronica Beard pieces. I love their blazers with the dickies in the front that you can swap out and change. I'll insert it here for you so you can see what I'm talking about. I also have like a jumpsuit from Veronica Beard and a pair of jeans, and I love them. Something that I do know with Veronica Beard, priced on the higher end, but they're not always great quality. Like there are a lot of Veronica Beard blazers that I really like, but I wouldn't spend $300 on. They're pretty, just not something that I would want. If I'm out and I'm thrifting and I'm digging through the racks and I see a Veronica Beard, I'm not gonna automatically go, oh, I need that, and grab it off the hanger without even a second thought, because I know Veronica Beard can sometimes be a little bit hit or miss. Now, on the other hand, I love Valentino. Love everything that comes off the runway with them. I know if I see something Valentino, I am not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna grab that off the rack automatically. I love just about everything Valentino makes, so I'm just gonna go with it and I'm gonna grab it. And this rule doesn't just apply to high-end designers or luxury designer brands either. This applies to every other brand as well. I love J. Crew, and I know what my sizes are there. Like, I am in there religiously, so I know if I see something from J. Crew and it's a size 2 to a 4, I'm gonna be able to grab that and know I don't even have to think about it. It's gonna work. At the same time, I like Banana Republic. I don't shop there often enough to know if their clothes are gonna fit me a certain way, and if their sizing is something that I can just grab and know it's not gonna be a problem or something that I need to have altered at all. So having that brand recognition and knowing the designers that I love, my go-to brands and my go-to sizes in those brands, is gonna make step 1, knowing my fabrics, and step 2, knowing the designers I love, eliminate so many things that I don't even need to look at, that I can just know this is what I want and be able to pull through those racks, narrow down what I want, and calm the overwhelm when I'm out there shopping and thrifting in a sea of all the things. And that is tip number 2, know thyself, know thy designers. And tip number 3, and this one is important, deciding what type of shopping you're doing. So a lot of times when I'm out shopping, thrifting, or if I'm just going to department stores, I go out and I just go, I need new clothes. I always wind up either overspending or leaving with nothing because I'm totally frustrated and nothing speaks to me. And that especially is the case when I'm out thrifting or at flea markets. So what I have to decide when I'm going into any shopping situation, but especially when I'm going into a thrift store or a flea market or consignment situation, I have to decide, am I trend shopping or am I need shopping? Because those are 2 different kinds of shopping trips. And if they are both going to collide, then I need to be sure about what it is I'm there for. Or like I said, I'm either gonna leave spending way too much money on stuff that I don't need, or I'm gonna walk out with nothing. And I'm gonna be angry either way. So if you've been around here for any length of time, you know that the motto that I live by is, I want to be on trend, not trendy. Wanting to make sure that I'm leaning into things that are fresh and current, but that really speak to my style and that are a part of my style story, and that I'm not trying to recreate myself every time new trends come out. That's what I mean by on trend, but not trendy. If I am out trend shopping, something that I always keep in mind, that old saying, what comes around goes around, really is the truth. So I used to be the queen of the maxi skirt. I had maxi skirts in every color and every fabric that you can think of. But before I was wise enough to know better, I gave into the whole, these things are not trendy anymore, get rid of them. So I got rid of a lot of my maxi skirts, but I loved them. I was comfortable in them, and I liked how they looked on me. Now, I wanted to incorporate maxi skirts back into my wardrobe. As luck would have it, maxis, middies, minis, all the skirts are back in style right now. A lot of people did like I did and got rid of their maxi skirts when they thought, those aren't trending anymore. So on this most recent thrifting trip that I went on, I decided I wanted maxi skirts. I wanted as many maxi skirts as I could get my hands on because, again, I love them. But because I wanted it to be a little bit more on trend, I wanted to lean into some of the colors that are trending right now in those maxi skirts. Burgundies, silver, green, plaid, all of the colors and the patterns that are in the fashion zeitgeist right now in a look and a silhouette that I'm going to keep as a part of my wardrobe for a long time to come. Not only is it about shopping for a silhouette or a color that's trending, it can also be shopping for an aesthetic. Cowgirl chic is not my thing, but there are some elements of it that I really do like, but I don't think I want to go out and spend my whole paycheck on a pair of cowboy boots or going out and spending a whole bunch of money on an aesthetic that's not going to fit me long term. That might be fun to have little pieces here and there in my wardrobe in case I'm feeling a little boho western chic. Why not? So I can go into those thrift stores and consignment stores and I can have in mind, am I shopping to be on trend or am I shopping for things that I need? Are things that I need for utility in my wardrobe that I'm going out thrifting for? Or are these just things that I want to add for fun? And having that kind of clarity is going to help you, again, pull through all the noise and narrow down and hone in on what it is you're looking for and help you so that you do not leave frustrated. And that is tip number 3. Know what kind of a shopping trip you're on. Tip number 4, size doesn't matter. Now, hear me out on this one. I am not saying that you should go out into the world and buy things that don't fit you. That's not what I'm saying to you. But what I am saying is don't discount items just because they aren't your size. Now, when it comes to things being too small for you, step away slow. On this most recent thrifting trip that I was on, I found the most beautiful coffee bean colored leather skirt. I can't remember the designer that it was by. It had tags on it. It was originally $235 and it was on sale for, I believe, $49.99. I tried it on. I loved it so very much. And it fit me. But the fabric was like, it made me look like I had a butt in the front right here. And I have one back here. I don't need an extra one here. I have got a lovely apron belly up front here. And so I have to be careful how I dress it. And I wanted the skirt so bad. And it was such a good deal. And I thought, ooh, I can get it altered. But because it was a leather skirt, I knew that the cost to get it altered was going to be way more than I wanted to spend. And there really wasn't any extra fabric in the waist or in the seam that would have made it make sense to get it and have it altered. It would have changed the way the skirt looked. And I loved it as it was. And I thought, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. However, when things are too big, too long, or too short, that is a completely different story. I didn't get the skirt because it was too small because I didn't think it was alterable. But if I see something that is, even if it's a little bit too small, if I see a little bit extra give in the fabric, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to determine whether or not the sizing is off enough for me to be able to alter it and invest in something that I'm going to have in my wardrobe for a long time and be able to make it fit me and have it tailored to my body. So if something is too big, you better believe if it fits all of my other criteria, it is coming home with me because I'm going to take it right to my tailor and she is going to help me fit it to my body perfectly. If something is a little bit too long, again, I'm going to take that and hem it up. I can do that myself, or I can take it to my tailor because let's be real, I'm not going to hem it myself. I don't do that anymore. I don't have the time for all of it. So I'm just going to take it and have her hem it. If something is too short, I'm going to check on the inside. And if it is a well-made garment, then typically it's going to have some extra fabric on that hem on the inside that you can have let out to give you a little bit more length on a pant. Now, if it's something like a skirt, it should be the same. But if it's something like a shirt or a sweater, sizing up may not be bad if it is something that you can layer or something that would look nice oversized. So just judging how too big or too small something is, if you really love it, is it alterable? Is it something that you can wear oversized? And is it going to be worth the extra money that you're going to have to invest in getting it to fit you the way that you want it to? And if it is, that is tip number 4. Size doesn't always matter. Tip number 5, get out there early. Get familiar with the thrift stores, consignment stores, and flea markets in your area and start to frequent them. Like, go to them a lot. Check them out, even if you're not shopping for anything, so that you can get familiar with the people who work there, what days they put new items out, what time they put new items out. And if you get there early, you'll find a lot of times that you are getting some of the best of the best because people have come in, they've donated, they've given away, they've sold, or they've put up for consignment certain items the day before or whatever the time frame is before when they put all their new items out. And you are the first one in there getting the jump on some of the very best things out there. And that's tip number 5. It's super easy. It's twofold. Get yourself familiar with your local thrift, consignment, and flea markets, and get there early. Those are my 5 tips to helping you become a pro when it comes to thrifting, consignment shopping, or going to the flea market. And that is it, sugar. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're getting ready for the holidays and feeling all the warm, fuzzy feelings that you should because you deserve it. If you made it this far with me, please make sure you head down to that subscribe button, click it, turn on your notification bell. That way you never, ever miss an upload. But if you could also please do me a huge favor and let YouTube know that you like this video by giving it a thumbs up, going down into the comments section and letting me know what your favorite places to thrift or consign are in your neck of the woods. I'm in California. I have all of my favorite little spots that I like to go to here and there. And I will put some of those down in the description box below for you. But let me know where you're from, what your favorite places to thrift and go consignment shopping are. If you've never done it before, if you're going to give it a try now, if it's something that overwhelms you, let's just chat in the comments about thrifting and about saving money, but still looking fabulous, because around here, we are, say it with me for all of my OGs, bougie, but we are budget friendly. And I will see you in the next video.